As you know, we've been using Inside Tracker for a while now to optimize our performance. We know what to do to get fit through fitness, but making sure that our blood tests and everything inside is going good. So for me, one of the big things that I did is switch from regular dairy milk to almond milk to help with inflammation. That was came through Inside Tracker. This last time had some elevated stuff in my elevated liver enzymes. So adding a bunch of greens, leafy greens, and some fish oil, as well as raspberries, blackberries, going heavy on those here recently. Looking forward to the next test. So go to Inside Tracker and use our code Froning to get 25% off of your next Inside Tracker.
You're talking about Lakeland's
soccer.
I'll
retell that story because Hillary, when we were pheasant hunting, she took Lakeland to practice. It was like the first practice. And last year was her first year playing, and it was kind of like mass chaos. Just kick the ball, no positions, no anything like that. We show up to the first practice, and it was trying to learn position, actually learn skills, like whatever. I'm surprised at how well Lakeland took it because there's not a ton of structure around our house. So I was like, this isn't going to last. But she actually loved it, honestly. And so Hillary took him to practice when we were pheasant hunting, and she was a little late. Getting 3 kids out of the house is a nightmare. Like, it's the hardest thing ever. And so she was like 4 or 5 minutes late, and the coach, I guess, pulled Hillary aside, and she was like, hey, she's 4 minutes late. She's going to have to go run laps. And Hillary's like, she's not running laps. She's going to go practice.
She's 7.
Yeah, and it's like she has nothing.
Gosh.
She's 6. Yeah, she didn't have anything to do with being late. Like, it wasn't her fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a soccer game last night, and it was actually fun to watch because Lakeland, they're playing them in like shifts and stuff. And so Lakeland, she had her started out at like defender. I guess it would be left defender. Mm-hmm. And so every once in a while when the ball's on the other side, she'd run back to the coach, and I could see her pointing, like asking questions about where she's supposed to go and stuff, cool. Versus just like, in La La Land. So I was actually pretty impressed by that. But they ended up working this team. I think it was like the lady that runs the league put this team together, and it was like 16-1. It was bad. Wow. It was that bad because these kids were actually like staying in their positions.
In soccer, that's like crazy. That is especially for 6-year-olds.
It was bad.
So I got the breakdown today.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah. So I get to the coffee shop. I come in, order coffee, and what's the little dude's name on Lakeland's team whose mom coaches here?
John.
So John is, how old is John? 7, 6?
He's a month older than Lakeland.
Okay.
6, almost 7.
So this is what he tells me about the game. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Things good in your life? He's like, yeah, we had a soccer game yesterday. And he can talk sort of like an adult, which is wacky.
He almost got in a fight.
Yeah.
What?
He's like really competitive.
He got into wrestling, apparently. Okay. This kid shoved him, and usually John's pretty aggressive. Mm-hmm. He was still aggressive yesterday, but this wasn't his fault. This kid pushes him, and John basically single leg takes him down.
Oh God!
Right on.
Hands up immediately.
Dang.
I love this kid. So I usually work on Sunday mornings for a little bit at a coffee shop, and his mom and dad come in and they're all dressed up for church and stuff. And this kid is the most polite little say hello to everybody, be in a conversation with people. But anyways, fast forward. What's going on? We had a soccer match yesterday, and I said, well, tell me about it. And he goes, man, this is exactly what he said. We won, I think it was 1-12. He said, there was some good victory in that win.
What?
There was some good victory in that win. He said,
I kind of want to use that sometime.
He said, yeah, I play striker, and I'm like, are you
kind of just moved him around. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you in the same team with Lakeland? And he's like, yeah, she played goalie. She stopped everything. He said, we have a good goalie and a bad goalie. Lakeland's the good goalie. And so the bad goalie played her. But I think maybe they only scored 1 point, but man, there was some good victory in that win.
That's so funny.
It's a good press conference right there.
That is a good press conference.
I'm definitely using that moving forward.
Actually, Lakeland, I'm not just she is a good goalie.
Yeah.
She got good hands for a 6-year-old girl. She tracks well. Mm-hmm.
She's so athletic though. Lakeland is a natural athlete.
But man, it's so funny watching. When she was playing defense and she's just staying in her position, and she would just start getting a little lost. You just see her looking around. I'm like, Lakeland, pay attention. But then even at goalie, like she's watching another game, and then all of a sudden some kid boots it, and she's just like reaction, like grabs it, and I was like, okay, all right. So I mean,
Right.
she's
Think about how much she's done with her hands. though.
Yeah.
Like grabbing the bar, swinging,
Her ability to kip is incredible. Like watching her do that and navigate.
riding the motorcycle, all the things
We play a
she's done.
game on the trampoline where I just lay and I chuck the ball up and she tries to catch it, and it's actually
really cool.
she catches probably 50%, which for a kid her age and tracking a ball, it's good, and jumping on trampoline.
Yeah, look, Haley and I were outside on the trampoline when you guys were doing all that cooking stuff, and her flips.
Oh yeah,
Her body awareness isn't. She's landing on her feet
landing
now.
on her feet. Yep.
Like easy on
And
a
she
front
runs
flip.
from the woods.
Yes.
I'm like, what are you running so far for? And then Trice will do the same. And he starts out fast, slows down, and then speeds back
He does
up,
like
and then
4
slows down, and then he like jumps on his knees and flips.
The other day when you guys were working out, I was out kind of doing my physical therapy outside, and she came and stood over next to me and just started talking to me. And she's never done that before.
Yeah.
And she was telling me, she just started talking about all the things she wanted to talk about. And she was just walking around me as I was doing my work, and she was telling me about her teeth and, losing her baby teeth and getting her bigger teeth, and telling about the tramp, and one of her friends got hurt on trampoline. And she just went from subject to subject, and then
I
she
thought
was
you
done,
guys
she
might be
walked-
having a mindset session because I looked out there and like they were talking, and then I walked by again and she's sitting next to him and they're both looking at each other. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Maybe
Yeah,
she's
she's
doing
talking about the
mindset.
cat.
Turn into like a little adult, basically.
Yeah.
It's just me and her. You
Yeah.
know, you can have a really good conversation. If one of the other kids is there, it's a nightmare because she wants to just pick at him. Usually,
she
if
just
it's her and
walked
Trice,
away.
it's a nightmare.
They do get into fight. She was on the trampoline and tries to just pummeling.
Pummel.
But she's laughing.
They just fight, but then she beat the crap out of
Yeah.
him. It's so bad. I told it the other morning on our Mayhem Athlete, or I guess it was on the Mayhem Monday that came out on Tuesday.
Man, Tuesday.
But we went to the race this weekend, the Bristol race that got rained out, and we missed it. But when we got up there on Saturday to watch and it got canceled, we were walking out of the suites, and they were just wailing on each other, walking through the halls, and I couldn't. I mean, like you can't separate them. So, I'd separate them, they'd run a little bit, and then start pushing. And then I'd stop them, they'd run a little bit, start pushing. Sure enough, Richard Petty walks right out of the suite.
Oh God.
For those who don't know who Richard Petty is, he's won over 200, I think right at 200 races in NASCAR, the winningest driver in NASCAR history. They call him the King.
That's so cool.
He's like 80. He's like 83, and my kids almost took him out. Full sprint, like it looks like the Days of Thunder rental car scene. They're just bashing, like running, bashing, and all of a sudden out walks this 83-year-old paper
Oh my
thin
gosh.
man,
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no! And sure enough, they stop and they're like, because I think they could hear the panic in my voice.
Yeah.
And Richard Petty just like, hey, what's up? Gives him a little fist bump. There they go again. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, no problem. And I'm off after the kids. So I was like, I'm not going to bug this guy for a picture. It was really cool. And it'll be a cool story for
Later.
later when they're like, what?
Excuse me. You almost took out Richard Petty.
He almost took out Richard Petty.
Just 10 minutes ago, Trice was in the schoolroom, and he's working on like an iPad or something.
Yeah.
And he's holding his junk.
Yep.
I'm walking out. He puts the iPad down quickly, starts racing towards the bathroom. As he's headed towards me, I say, hey, bro, do you got to go to the bathroom? And he goes, no, I don't think so. And he turns around and goes back to the iPad, still holding his
So he
junk.
needs to go
So he for sure had to go.
So he peed his pants. He's definitely peed his
He's
pants.
awesome.
He's a riot.
I just love it. That I wish I was like that, like that I could control it like that, where I could just keep doing what I want to do and override.
Last night he's like, Dad, I gotta go pee, but I just went pee. I'm like, what? Sure enough, he pissed in his pants. And then at the soccer game, we walk into the porta-john. Sure enough, he reaches right for the urinal, and I'm like, yeah, don't touch.
Gross.
And so then he's not tall enough to pee in the urinal or the toilet, so I had to set him up on the seat, up on the ledge.
Yeah.
Flip the seat up, and I was like, all right, aim. Pisses
Everywhere.
right. Girls are so much easier than boys to potty train. All they do is, you just got to sit. Yeah. No matter which way you go to the bathroom, you just got to sit.
Yeah.
With boys, he cannot, I know I had trouble aiming because I got in trouble a lot as a kid, and I still get in trouble.
Right.
But good Lord, man. He's just like, you don't know what, it's so funny because he's like, has this look on his face like, I don't know where this is going now.
Trice, man.
But it pays off later in life when you go hiking.
Yeah.
Because
And you can just pee wherever.
we get to do whatever we want. And
Yep.
my
I
wife's
don't know.
just got to figure it out.
This is true.
Yeah,
Just
I
for
think, have I
hiking.
told this story about Lakeland the one time before we had the bathroom in the barn? So when she was potty training, I was like, all right, we're not running all the way back up to the house. I'm like, you're going to pee out here in the rocks. So she's like, Dad, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, all right, let's go in the rocks. So I'd hold her hand, she'd squat. And I'm like, what the hell? Turd. Right in the rocks right there. The edge. And I'm like, well,
Turd.
crap. Literally.
Oh, yeah. No.
What am I going to do with this? And so I had to take like a paper towel and I just chucked it in the woods. But I mean, it was like a perfect round. Like it looked like a stone. I could have left it. Nobody would have known. But I was like, oh man. And I couldn't get mad at her. Luckily, it was a no wiper, so it was good.
Oh, like a stone. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, she's pressing. Oh no.
Oh, no. Strain. Uh-oh.
Yeah, with our granddaughter was here. And it's just so crazy to go back to
Diapers.
Yeah, but she's happy unless she needs to be fed or she has to go to the bathroom, and just to watch her, like,
Yeah.
just- we're just-
How old is
we're
she
just,
now?
10 weeks old, 11 weeks
so
old, 12
young,
weeks
young.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been on baby duty.
I panicked for a second. They asked
Yeah.
me to watch her.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I no joke, I did kind of panic.
How'd
I've
you
done it
do?
before, but I was like, okay, what do we do? Bring old skills.
Survival skills.
And then I was seriously kind of worried about my shoulder just a tad. I'm like, don't drop the baby. Whatever you do, don't be that guy. Like I was seriously telling myself, I don't care. Whatever the pain is, you do not drop this child.
Fight through the pain.
Whenever I'm holding a baby, I literally don't like to be standing. So I'm all going through my head. I'm like, what if you faint? What if your foot gets caught in
The
trash?
best is when I think it was Trice.
Oh,
You had Trice,
gosh.
and he was probably a couple weeks old. And Taja's on the couch, like, what do I
Not
do?
breathing.
Like, I don't.
Yeah, it was
I
like,
didn't know he could support his neck at this point. So I
He
was
didn't
trying,
have a neck. He had a giant head. His head would just be like right here.
I was trying to let him like lay
Never
down on the
neck.
ground, but like I didn't want his head, to,
I gotta show you guys.
support
Hillary
his
sent me a
head.
picture. It was
So
like,
bad.
I guess 3 years ago of Trice, and she's like dolled him up in some stupid outfit with a little bow tie. It was like Easter outfit.
Ridiculous.
Oh, he looks so funny, and he had that like big ass
He
head.
did have a really big head.
and
was
his
so
hair,
cute.
like his hair was so bad. Until
was
Hillary
so
let me
cute.
like clean up the sides, he just had this. I call him pumpkin head because he looked like a pumpkin
Oh,
head.
he was
Oh,
so
it was a cute pumpkin
He's
head,
still
though.
cute. Oh my god.
Until he started running around
still
when he was
has a
still crawling, he
giant
was
head.
like kind of chubby.
Oh yeah, he still has a giant head.
But it's
He's
filled with so many
hilarious.
brains.
I love you, Dad. Dad, I love you. I love you this big.
Oh yeah, the other
Everything.
day when you guys were running, I was pulling.
Oh, yeah, in the
Trice
wagon?
and Violet in the wagon. Every time Rich would come up, he'd be like, "I love you, Dad. Go, Dad. Go, Dad." And then at one point, he was running with Luke, and they were gone, so he couldn't hear. And he's like, "I love you, Luke. I love you, Luke." And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "I love you, Luke." I'm like, "Okay, well, they're doing great."
Good job. Oh man, he's a loving kid, that's for sure.
And the coolest
he's
thing
so
is it's
sweet.
so pure.
Yeah,
yeah.
For a kid like that, that's legit.
Yep. I love you, Dad.
It was so entertaining. I was
Come
having
here,
the
Dad.
best.
Come here, Dad. Give me a kiss. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that's good. That's so awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug, Dad.
Yesterday, you guys were all finished at the barn, and I had a call I was on. So when I got done, everybody was gone. Jumped in my car, driving up the driveway, and your cat,
Which one?
Was following them.
Miley, that cat it was clear out with the buffalo, which I'd never seen. So
it's
it's
a
out
buffalo
there
cat.
hanging out
Perfect.
with the buffalo, and then all of a sudden, she took off running, and she sprinted from the far end up by the woods,
Yeah.
all the way across the field.
Jeez.
And I slowed down, and she ran full speed all the way across the whole pasture to the barn. And I thought something was chasing her, but she was I don't know,
running.
just took off running.
She is an interesting cat.
That cat's an interesting cat.
Once she starts riding the buffalo, I'm gonna be like the most impressed because she's that cool that I could just see her like sitting on the back of a buffalo one day.
She'll legit go on walks, like no cat leash or anything, and stay with us the whole time.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you guys yesterday? Did she walk with you guys?
I don't
saw
think
you
she
guys
walked with
walking.
us. She didn't go with us yesterday, but that one time
That
when
one
we
time
went
she
up
walked
into
off.
the woods, she did the whole mile loop.
What?
Like following with, we were with Gipper and Trice and Darren and Haley, and she just followed the whole time. I've never seen a cat like that.
No,
honestly.
I've never seen a cat
Like
like that. It's a
around
really
the
cool
perimeter?
cat.
She stayed with us. Like she was
The
like,
mountain
"Hey,
bike
we're
trail,
going on a
mountain bike
walk."
trail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's actually really cool.
Yeah. It was
But I thought it was like, I didn't realize it was a cat. Something was tearing across the pasture, and I'm thinking, what is that? And then I realized it was that cat. It was that cat.
And then what does Haley do? The cat Haley do the whole time?
She's
Not the human.
She's a lot like Haley. I don't know.
I think it's weird they don't hang out together.
Huh?
Don't you think the cats would hang out together?
Sometimes,
They
like
don't.
at night, they're in the garage. We'll leave the garage door cracked about enough that they can just slide underneath.
Do they still scream at you?
Yes.
Silver, to think you could have had that cool cat.
That's a
You could
really
have had
cool
the dog cat.
I
Jim
thought
wants
about
that cat so bad.
I
I think you
know.
told me you regretted not taking it.
I totally regret
Yeah.
taking that cat. That
I
is
think
a
the way
really-
the cat is the way it is because Trice killed all his brain cells. But
Yeah, because the cat that we got from behind the dumpster, that's a really weird cat.
Oh, you still have it.
Yeah.
You push through.
It's not a bad
How
cat,
is it?
but
How'd she
I
end
don't know,
up? Or he?
It likes Kristen a ton, which is great. But it's just all skittish and weird and not as friendly. And
Yeah.
it's not a bad cat. It's really not. But
Did the other cats finally adjust to it though?
yeah.
It's no Miley though.
But Miley that's a really
Miley's
amazing
like-
animal. It's like a dog. Once
Yeah.
again, it's like a dog.
always, anytime
less
anybody
work.
says they have a good cat, they always say, "Well, it acts like a dog."
They mean that you don't have to take care of the cat.
Oh, okay. Is that
You know
what
what
they
I
mean?
mean? Like it
Right,
acts like it's
right.
like you have a dog, but you don't have to worry about like going home and letting him out.
Right. Yeah, they can take care of themselves.
Well, but if you have an outside dog, because they're outside cats.
But
Okay.
yeah.
She was sleeping up on top of one of the racks out there the other day, and there was only a couple of us in the gym, and all of a sudden this head pops up, and that sort of freaked me out. And there she was up there just sleeping, yawning,
chilling,
just doing
hanging
her
out.
thing.
Just doing her thing.
Yeah.
Man, she's cool.
You know, someone had it was Maddie had which is actually a funny story. Meals by Maddie. She has an animal suggestion for you. So you know you're talking about like, was it mini horses that you were?
I don't want many horses.
It was, okay, mini horses.
I actually don't want.
She wanted a donkey
you
or a
want a
mule.
donkey.
I want a mini donkey.
Oh, you
Yeah,
wanted
mini
mini
donkey.
donkeys. Okay.
I
Well,
don't really, but I thought they looked cool.
so she follows this account on, I don't know, it's got to be Instagram or something. And it's kind of like nearby, yaks. You know how cool yaks
I don't
look?
want a yak.
And
I don't
apparently
know.
they're
I have
like good
bison.
pets.
I have bison.
Really?
Bison. I don't
You
really-
have bison. Why would you not get yaks? I feel like you'd get a yak
would I
before a
need
mini horse.
Why would I need a yak?
Because they're
'Cause I have
cool.
bison.
What
Yeah,
is a yak?
He doesn't need a
actually?
yak. It's
Just
like
another-
a buffalo, a
But they
water
look
buffalo, right?
cool.
Yeah, I think.
What's the difference in their like what they look like?
They have horns,
Furry
I
and
think.
horns.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like the horns.
Ooh, I don't like horns.
But I feel like they
Comes
have a
running
good
at
demeanor.
you know, when I'm biking by myself around the fence, I will not go by the bison without other people biking. Because this one time, they were all laying down just chilling. I come bike around and they all get up and start walking, and I was like, I'm not. No.
Start going real
I don't
fast.
feel safe. Like I don't think I could out pedal a bison if he started coming at
They
me.
go like 60, don't they?
No,
I mean,
you
they go
couldn't.
really
Probably not.
fast.
40, I think.
Yeah, that's.
I was
I mean,
hoping the fence would like
Deter them a little
slow
bit.
them down.
That fence isn't doing much.
Yeah, but if they wanted to get me,
that would be
The
horrible.
thing is, they don't want to get you.
I know.
Well,
But
like-
sometimes it feels like that when they stare at you when you come around.
do they have
Don't they
big
do
teeth?
that
They
to
don't
you?
have. They only have bottom teeth.
So the issue is getting stomped by one.
Bottom teeth or top teeth? I can't remember one of them.
I'm not worried about it biting me. I'm worried about it like.
Flipping.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is you get tossed and then they gore you. That's
Oh, we did see the one get chucked
trample on
that
you.
one day.
Oh, the little one, yeah,
Yeah.
got tossed in the air. That was crazy. We just happened to be watching just when it left its mother and went over to another one, and it just flipped him in the air, cartwheeled and bang, landed on its back.
Yeah, but he
This is a long
what-
time ago, though.
It's Wilson.
Yeah,
It was
I
like a year
remember
ago,
that. Yeah.
or right when he was born, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 We should have some new ones out there soon.
Oh, we
So
get
some of them
more?
are pregnant.
Babies, yeah, they should be. Honestly, all
Ooh.
8 of the bigger females.
Is it gonna
should
be like last time when they were all pregnant?
Yeah.
Right.
There's one. Got
Yeah.
one bison.
Yeah.
Man.
So we'll see.
Speaking of bison, how was your chef day?
Yeah.
It was fun. It was good. Sean's really cool.
He seemed really nice.
Yeah, there'll be some cool videos come out of it.
He's like a champion of something.
He won MasterChef.
Okay.
Oh
It's
wow.
a show, the Gordon Ramsay show.
Okay.
Legit. Oh yeah.
He said he was
The
like the
guy
only
that
one
yells at you all the
invited
time, I
Yeah,
guess.
he's mean kind
That's
of.
so
Gordon
stupid,
Ramsay.
by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just
Who?
saying you can like it if you want out
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
but
yeah.
What's
Him
him
Whatever.
being mean, you mean?
The guy freaking
if I'm
out.
trying to cook something and somebody's yelling at me,
Oh.
we got a problem.
Yeah. You don't like cooking.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So you
this
just
is-
walk out.
I'm already
He's already
Jim's
gone.
like, all right, if you're gonna yell at me, I'm gone.
I already hate cooking and
A,
you're
I
yelling at
don't
me.
want to cook. And B,
Yeah, I've never watched that show, but I have heard
Yeah.
that he like berates them or something.
I don't
Really?
understand that part. Why are
is
we
there
doing
just
that?
always a judge that does that? Because that was like that on American Idol too, right?
Yeah, I
like, I mean, yeah, I'm not into the berating.
What
one.
makes him
Power struggles.
skilled at like determining who's the best chef?
I don't think he actually
know.
does it.
Oh, he just berates them.
I think they have judges, but I think he is like the person that
Like the
kind
coach.
of like, well, not even the coach, but like the host. Yeah.
Oh.
So you had so this guy won this competition and
he won that competition. He works with Pit Boss. He's like one of their sponsored chefs, I guess.
oh, right on.
So we came out and we did a brisket, which
wow.
was really cool. Learned a lot actually. We've been doing it pretty good. The cut of meat makes a huge deal. Like you have choice versus prime, and a prime brisket.
Okay.
Like all we did to this brisket was basically put it's Pit Boss, one of their seasonings, but it's just just salt, pepper, and paprika. That's all we did to this brisket, and put it in, and it was incredible.
Is it hard to
Wow.
get that cut from somewhere? Like, how do you
have to,
get
you
it?
have to like either have a butcher or you can order it on. But the cut of meat makes all the difference.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Is that like for cooking or for taste or like what?
Taste. I mean, it's a good, really good cut of meat versus like a cut of meat that like there's you have USDA choice.
Sure.
That's actually like second level. Then you have USDA prime or whatever. Those are your good cuts.
Learn something new.
Yeah.
And then you guys just kind of
So we did that. We did a brisket. These are all on video. We did a brisket. We did chicken. I forget. It was like some type of Asian chicken
Yum.
thighs. Everything was really good. Then the hanger steak. That hanger steak was legit. I always had some type of side with it. Then we did some
awesome.
salmon.
Wow.
Or like an orange glazed salmon. And then we did a lava cake.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Is that it?
Some like Brussels sprouts? No.
Oh
Brussels
no, it was
sprouts.
like cooked greens, like
Yeah.
collard greens
Yeah.
and kale, and some
potatoes.
potatoes,
Heck yeah.
some bok choy.
Wow.
Ooh.
Not a big bok choy person.
Really?
What's bok choy?
Yeah. What is it? It's like
Yeah, it looks
right?
kind of
It's
like
like
a
a-
root, right?
It looks
Yeah,
like
a palm tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Kind of looks like celery, but not really.
I like bok
like
choy.
it grows like.
You might know
Yeah.
it if you've seen it.
What was your favorite thing that you
the
ate?
the brisket and the hanger steak. The hanger steak was.
What did
legit.
you put
did
on
you
the
eat that
steak?
hanger steak?
Yeah, dude, with that like green sauce
What's that
or whatever
green
it was.
sauce you put on
Chimichurri?
top?
I have no
Chimichurri.
idea.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
it was. We made a chimichurri.
Is chimichurri hard to make? I feel like I've seen it in a lot of recipes,
Honestly,
but I've never.
no. It was like parsley.
It reminded me of like eating a buttery biscuit.
It was
I don't know
really?
why, but
the
it did.
brisket.
That's
Or
No,
the
the
something
chimichurri.
I'm
steak.
into.
The steak.
Oh, the steak. That's
A
what I'm
buttery
saying.
It had like
The
that
steak.
thin crust on it or something. You
Yeah,
know?
the steak had
sounds
like
good.
it was like a honey. It was almost like a honey and sriracha type sauce.
It was so.
Ooh,
good.
that
It was-
sounds
That
amazing.
sounds
It was
fantastic.
incredible. Like I said, all these are gonna come out on video.
That's
They're
so
editing
fun.
them as we speak. That one was incredible. And then, no, I don't think that chimichurri was that hard to make. We just put it in the Ninja blender and it blended it right up.
Really?
Yeah.
So when he's cooking, it's like all by memory, right? Like he's not.
Yes, because a lot of those he had made a bunch.
Okay.
He had to usually he eyeballs stuff, so
Yeah.
he had to like actually try to
Learn
do
how
the
to-
right
Really?
measurements.
Okay.
So he was. There was only like one he was reading off the paper. That was the lava cake because it was like a
Dessert is different, yeah.
It was a non-sugar
Okay.
lava cake. It was actually really
Really?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the sweet? How did he make it sweet?
It wasn't stevia.
Monk
Dude,
fruit?
you can't pronounce that
Not one
word.
monk fruit.
It was like
urethral or urethral,
yeah.
uretral,
A
uretol.
legit sweetener. Sucralose.
No, it wasn't. It was a little different apparently.
Okay.
The one thing that was really good that he used instead of soy sauce, it was coconut enzymes or coconut aminos.
Coconut aminos? Yeah.
Actually, are
Yeah.
incredible. It tastes
They're
just like
awesome.
soy sauce.
But the
It's
good
just like
thing,
it, but it's sweet. A little bit of sweetness. It's almost like a teriyaki mixed with soy sauce.
They're good.
It was good.
it's like a sub because soy isn't.
Soy sucks.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be good for you at all either. Like where they source soybeans from, what soy does to your body. So coconut aminos.
Coconut
Publix
aminos
has a
are
really
good.
good one actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. This
But,
was.
That pizza that you made looked good.
Oh, thanks.
We're waiting for it.
Didn't
It's
that
still
have like
not here.
Skillet Pizza. You guys have to try this. Like this would be such a fun act. I know
You said it was
Silver,
good,
you
right?
won't like. cook.
I actually have a big skillet.
But if you have so this is a cast iron one. The reason they're cool is because you can put it on the stove, but you can stick it in the oven.
Yep.
And I was telling Jim before we started, not patting myself on the back. It's one of the best pizzas I've ever had. Only because if you're a crust person, you start it off on the stove, so it crusts the outside because that one was thicker and it was stuffed crust. So then I put it in the oven, so it was doughy, soft, but crusted around everywhere. I mean, I need a bigger skillet. I just haven't bit the bullet because they're $200.
Have you had the slice yet?
No.
In town?
I know, I want to try the pickle
I keep
pizza.
forgetting to go there.
So
That's
good.
why I put pickles
The
on that
pizza's
pizza
good.
because of the recommendation, and it
The
was
slice is what
The
it's called.
slice. They go to the gym here. Oh,
Right.
it's good. The pizza's good.
with your hot sauce. Oh my gosh, the pickles and the hot sauce. Holy cow!
I meant to
Holy
tell
cow.
you that I don't know if you've tried this. There's a bag salad that's a pickled. It's like
I have had that one. That was good. It was
yeah,
legit.
It was good. Has pickles
It's
in it?
legit.
It's like what is it? Pickle ranch or something?
Yeah,
It's
it's
something
incredible.
good.
I had it. Yeah, that
I
one's
got
good.
it and I was like, oh, I gotta send this to Rich, and I forgot.
Yeah,
We got some pickle ranch dip.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good. I
that's
love
basically
That's
what's
Sam's
on this
day.
dressing is like a
So
dill
good. Yeah.
ranch or something. Pickle
That
ranch.
sounds really good.
I love pickles.
I like dill too,
Good stuff.
in general. So I heard this thing this morning. You guys, you need to see your wrist. So only 15% of people have this mutation. So
Ooh, I love
if you
that.
touch your pinky and your thumb, I don't have it. So I'm the 15%. If you touch this, do you have a muscle? I feel like I see yours, Stasia, in the corner there.
I don't know.
Jim, you have it. I can see it. Let me see yours. No, well, move your whoop down a little. Yeah, you look like you have it too. I don't. I'm busted. What the heck? So
you
see
guys
how
will-
you guys all have that thing right there?
Yeah.
Maybe I just have fat wrists.
What thing?
Now we know.
This thing right there. So that's if you have that, it's your ancient ancestors used to swing from trees. So if you touch, obviously if you're not watching this, if you're listening, if you touch your thumb to your pinky, underneath your pinky should be looks like a tendon. And that's 15% of people don't have that, and that's a mutation. So great, I have some mutation because your ancestors used it to swing from trees. So just in case you need a party trick for later, I guess.
Where did your ancestors come from? Then?
I don't know.
Space?
I guess so.
Speaking of music, just kidding.
Yes.
Well,
Shall we talk about your mutations from the rest of the podcast?
oh, give me. Actually, I don't know if I have it today. Do you want to see?
No. I can't believe you sent that picture.
Oh,
I was
that's
like, what the
right.
hell?
It looked like Tasmania.
No,
Give me
it
a
did
break.
not.
Yeah, hold
It
on.
looked like your tongue had white nasty stuff on it.
It did not.
It totally did.
Back me up. It looked.
What?
I
Why
have
would
it
you
right
send?
here.
That's
I
the
can pull
least
it- we have
flattering.
it.
Can we superimpose it?
Can you
We have a text
superimpose that
thread.
picture?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
And no, there was nothing. When what you pointed at, there was nothing.
it's a circle.
No. And my wife immediately was, okay, granted, we were at the Mexican restaurant. It was trivia night, and we were a couple of margaritas in. But my wife was like, does she not know that actually means you're getting sick?
Right? Her tongue.
means-
Look, ew. Like it was a.
I've had that my whole life. You guys can ridicule me all
It
you
looked
want.
like you drank milk before you took the picture or something.
I was like, what are you doing, Ellie?
Okay, fine. Move along.
No, put the picture up, Ben.
I'm looking at it right now.
We have a text thread that's this podcast
Yeah.
text thread, and we post goofy things in there, and Ellie posted a picture of her.
I'm gonna go
It was a
Yeah.
selfie of her tongue, sticking her tongue out.
Show me images of Tasmania.
My phone is broken, so
on top of the
images of
screen.
Get it put it
Tasmania.
together.
Well, fine. You guys got to see something that most people will never see. But now
Now I
I'm
can't
done.
unsee
I'm
it.
not even
That's
talking.
it.
I'm
I can
retired.
make a clover with my tongue.
You promise?
Some people can't do the
That's
Violet
actually-
does that all the time.
Can you?
I
What
can
does
do
that
the
mean?
circle.
I can't do that.
The clover's supposedly
can't
only
do that.
5% of people.
I
Yeah, it's
can't do
supposedly
that.
really hard.
Wow. I can't
Yeah.
do that.
See, I've got something impressive.
Top 5%.
Whoa.
Heck yeah.
I can't do it. I can
No,
do that.
I can't do
But
that.
that's
I'm
like
gonna
I
try.
can't. Can you wiggle your ears? I can't do that either.
I
You do
can.
this?
No, I can't do that. I can't do any of these things.
Whoa. No,
I
that's
can only
weird.
do it with these two and this one.
That's
I
weird.
don't know.
It's being double jointed. in
Double
your
jointed
fingers.
with fingers. I don't know. I can't do any of that.
I can't. Can you wink both eyes? I can only wink one eye.
Yeah. Can you snap with both
Sorta.
hands? I had to teach myself last year to snap with this hand.
I'm not as good on this one.
And I never realized the snap actually comes when your
Wait.
finger hits your hand.
What?
Is it?
It's not the it's not the sound of it.
It's
Didn't know
true.
that.
It's until it hits your hand.
It's really true.
I never knew that.
So why can't I just go like?
You could, I guess.
Oh,
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that.
I can't whistle with my
can't
fingers
whistle
either.
either.
I can whistle, but I can't do the like really loud one.
That's as much
Yeah, I
as I
can't
got.
do that either.
the other day, so I started having a problem with snoring.
Oh no.
I started snoring, and
I'm gonna have to get the machine, huh?
like
My mom got the machine,
no, I figured it out.
the like breathing, sleep apnea thing.
Oh.
She had to, 'cause she was like, she did a sleep study and she was stopping breathing like
my gosh.
36 times a minute or something. Like
my
it's something
gosh.
crazy. Or like not that much, but it was a lot.
So
Go ahead.
I didn't have any of those problems, but I was snoring, and we couldn't figure it out. And so I even did a laser treatment where they shoot a laser and they kind of just tighten all that skin.
Laser.
A laser treatment. So I was like, holy crap. Kristen's like, I'm like, it's not that bad. You're a light sleeper. She wakes up for every damn anything anyways. And so she videoed me snoring.
Take that, Jim.
And the next morning she was like, so this is what I'm dealing with.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she has these little earbuds and she can't turn them up loud enough to override the snoring, right? So she plays the video. I'm like, God dang, I'm sorry. So I go online and I'm looking up remedies for snoring. I find some chiropractor, some video. He just says, lay on your side before you fall asleep and hug a pillow. Get a pillow up.
I do that
and
anyway.
get your shoulder. Right. So I do it. Solves my snoring problem.
What?
Wow, no
100%.
kidding.
I don't snore.
That's crazy.
Ask Kristen. So fast forward, she can clap so loud. I've never been around someone that can smack their hands together as loud as she is, and it pierces my ears.
Wow.
I mean, it hurts my ears when she does it. And she goes around clapping her hands all the dang time. And the truth came out.
From
Like
you.
from her the other day. I finally was like, babe, please don't do that. That like seriously hurts my ears. And music will go and she'll look over at me and it's almost spiteful. And she starts clapping her hands like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, why are you doing that? I asked you not to do that. And she goes, I'm paying you back for all the nights you were snoring. Finally came out a week ago.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm not even sure you're saved. That's not right. Like,
Love is patient. Love is kind. You should give her that
yeah,
verse.
I did. We started talking about it. You know what she did?
Does not.
Started clapping. Some BS. That is some BS right there.
Saying an eye for an eye.
Oh gosh.
I don't dare snore anymore. I mean, I get on my side, I grab that pillow.
Don't clap, please. Jim's is quivering.
Stop clapping.
Crying.
Oh gosh.
That's so
I
good.
can't believe that. It totally came out.
That's so
I'm
funny.
just impressed she has that skill, honestly,
It's
to
really
clap
crazy.
that loud.
Super crazy, actually. It's
I
like
feel
a
like I need to
gunshot.
hear it now.
It's literally like a gunshot. I don't know how she does that. And she can also snap louder than anybody I've ever been around, like with both fingers, just like crack, 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 crack. What the heck?
Why are you doing this to me? I'm sorry. Speaking of sleep, I was talking to K-Star. I saw some ad where he's working with Chili Pad. I want one of those. I want to try one of those.
You need that.
Yeah, I wake up sweating all the time.
Is that a metabolism thing
I have no
or a
idea.
sore thing? Because I wake up in puddles all the time too.
I have no idea.
It's stupid.
Well, what do you sleep with your temperature at?
67.
That's a little warm.
You think?
Warm?
What do you sleep with
I feel
yours
like I'm
at?
freezing my kids out if I get
Wow.
that.
So
You're
high
small
school?
kids.
My wife acts like she's gonna die.
We're like 65.
Wow.
Wow.
But we're trying to save that money, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's impressive. What about
That's
in
what
the
we
summer?
sleep too, is 65.
Wow.
Well, we haven't really lived there during the summer yet, so I'll find out this summer.
Wow.
But I'd rather sleep cooler
I would
than
way
hot.
rather be
So
cold.
Same.
I feel like
I
we
hate-
might not care as much.
Although there is sometimes when it's like so cold that you're like, oh, I need to get up and get an extra blanket, and you don't.
But you're
and
too
you just
cold to
keep
move.
like shivering.
But then you have to go pee, and so you're like, well,
Yeah.
now I'm doomed.
now.
it's gonna be cold now.
I have to go every night now.
Oh,
Every night?
Three times a night.
Three
2 to 3 times a night.
times?
Not like
Yeah.
little pees, like
Same.
full on.
Do you
like,
chug water before you go to bed?
No, I don't.
I do.
I feel like that's from training, probably.
Probably.
Huh.
I just like full on. If I wake up at all to like move over, I'm like,
Like your
Do I
body's
have to-
relaxed,
I'm
and
like,
it's like,
I gotta pee. So I pee 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
a night. It's so
Jeez.
frustrating.
Somewhere
And I
between
just don't even fight it anymore.
Oh.
You know, I used to like try to fight it and go back to sleep. I'm like, now if I feel it at all, I'm like, all right.
That's how I used to be. And let me tell you, there's hope for the future. I sleep through the night sometimes without getting up to go pee.
Deja, if you lower your training volume, you won't pee at night.
No, I'm not saying you should stop training, but eventually,
gonna say.
you're not training as hard. You might sleep through the night.
Looks like Rich is going to be peeing forever. It's never going to, there's no hope for him there.
The first time I slept fully through the night, I was like, what is going on?
You woke up
What
and like-
happened?
When's the last time you slept like a good 7 hours unbroken? 8 hours.
So the Whoop usually tells me I have about anywhere from 12 to 14, 15 disturbances, like rotating over and all that stuff. We slept when we went to Bristol. Me and Matt shared a room. He slept in the bed. I slept on the floor with with my 2 kids, all 3 of us, and it was like sleeping on this concrete with outdoor carpet. 28 disturbances.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought you were going to say you slept through the night.
No,
I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
that's where I thought you were going.
And we trained really hard. We did the open workout on Friday, did a bunch of training after,
Right.
and then a bunch of training on Saturday. The next day I felt hungover. Like I hurt everywhere. I could not sleep whatsoever. And sure enough, like we wake up, she's like, I didn't sleep real good. Trish goes, I slept so good. I'm like, you little bastard. He basically,
that young,
his whole
yeah.
body fits on top of a pillow, so
Yeah,
he
it's
slept
like-
on a pillow all night.
That's hilarious.
And I wake up and Matt's like, man, this is the most comfortable bed I ever slept in. I was like, I hate you.
Yeah.
So I was
Thanks a
thinking
lot.
one or two or both of the kids would sleep up in the bed and I could make like a little pallet on the floor. No, it did not work like that.
I can actually answer that. It was London for sure.
London?
We took the Unisom.
Oh, yeah. I slept like
Oh,
16
Unisom, yeah.
hours.
Yeah, the best sleep I ever had was on a United Emirates plane.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that
but you
is
were in a
insane.
nice little bed, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
because we slept. It was we went to Australia. We were back here for 3 weeks, and it was just all messed up. Trice wasn't sleeping whatsoever, and I was the only one getting up with him. And so when we got on the Emirates flight, it was like a 12-hour flight. I slept. I started Iron Man, and because like you start a movie that you can fall asleep on,
Yeah.
and I fell asleep before he ever built even the first suit, and then slept the entire time. Didn't get up to pee or anything. So 10 hours, 11 hours.
That's crazy.
Got up, didn't finish the movie in that whole flight. We drove to the hotel. It was probably 2 or 3 hours, checking stuff out, and then went back to sleep because it was a different time zone and slept for another 9 hours.
Wow.
It was like 20 hours in 24-hour span. It was
That's
awesome.
That's legit. I did listen to a sleep podcast the other day, and I thought this was interesting for athletes from like a standpoint of, how like sometimes I don't know about you guys, but like I would think about like you want to get a good night's sleep before you compete, but sometimes it just doesn't happen or whatever. And they say actually all of like either, I guess it's your whatever sleep prepares you to perform from a physical standpoint happens early on in the night. So even if you get like 3 hours or less of sleep, you can still be primed to perform and you can make up the rest of the sleep in naps and stuff. But like long story short, like if you're performing and you get a horrible night's sleep, there's still hope for you. Cause even if you were in that like early 3 hour window, your body is okay to like, which just I thought was an encouraging random fact because I guess all of that restorative sleep happens early on. So you don't want to like be woken up early on in your sleep to restore and you can make up the other stuff. But if you get woken up a bunch early on, then that's where you have issues.
Do naps help you?
Yes.
Like if you do,
Nap.
yeah.
They do.
Only time I'll ever nap is like hunting season. Turkey season's coming up. Just because if we get up early, then I will sleep every once in a while.
Well, you guys want to be jealous because on Saturday night I slept 11 hours and 13 minutes.
How in
Wow.
the, that's impressive.
When was
That's
the last
amazing.
time I told you I hate you?
I was hoping you guys were going to
So-
say something nice, like congrats.
That's
And
amazing.
I only woke
though.
up for 3 minutes once to go to the bathroom.
That's epic.
That is kind of incredible.
I hate you.
Yeah, you're not sleeping for a while.
No, honestly, our kids sleep pretty decent now. They're all in a pretty decent rhythm, but they're like clockwork, 7:15 up.
Yeah.
But as long as we go to bed, usually around the time they go to bed, it's fine. Like they go to bed at 8 o'clock, they'll get up at 7. They go to bed at 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
they're getting up at 7.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
if we have something going on, we try to make sure they're all in bed by 8:30, but it doesn't matter.
That's kind of how I am, though. I wake up at the same time every day, pretty much.
Like without an alarm clock or
For sure.
by
I
default?
don't set an alarm.
I
don't set
have
an
an alarm clock, but I have like
that'd
one
be
of those
nice.
sunshine alarm clocks. You guys got to get them. You don't, 'cause
That's-
you have children, but
Yeah.
I have a Trice or a Violet alarm.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
I have a Yogi the dog.
What time
alarm
does
clock.
Yogi wake you up?
It's like 5 minutes before I'm going to get up. So I get up without an alarm between 5 and 5:15, and he comes to the.
Careful.
That's Dre.
Stray.
Hey.
Andre.
He just waved goodbye.
Yeah. That's Dre's wave.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Creative wave.
Creative wave. What were you gonna say?
Oh,
Just
that
then?
freaking dog will
Oh,
wake
yeah,
me
yeah.
up
What
about
time
5
do you
minutes
wake
before
up?
5:15.
Okay, but
And he understands and gets it. And he's in the hallway, looking down the hallway, and he can't get past the baby gate, and
just
he barks.
waiting.
He knows he's got the power. That's a problem.
Yeah, he knows I can't kill him.
True.
He knows I
He's
can't
tested
'cause
that
I have
before?
Oh yeah,
Oh
boy.
gosh, that's funny.
I get a spray bottle and spray him.
Does he hate that?
He hates it.
Oh
Spray
my
him
gosh.
all the way into the
Does he
kitchen.
just get it out and he's like,
Oh, I just come at him like it's a fire hose, just squirt, squirt, squirt until he's drenched. No barking! No barking! No barking!
Oh gosh, I could just totally.
if only that
Yeah.
works with people, right?
Seriously.
Well,
How great would
maybe
that
you
be
should
if
do
somebody
that.
just annoys you could just squirt him in the face
That's
and
what
move
you should
on?
do in like your next like mindset meeting. Like just bring like one like on your belt loop, a little
No
spray
talking.
bottle. Every time someone messes up, just right in the face.
Think about how much ego
spritzer.
that is, but that's really cool. Like, you have to say that was stupid, just squirt. 1 squirt, 2 squirts.
Don't even tell them why. Just spray them and see what happens if they catch on. They're like, "What the heck, man?"
Rich, I feel like you could train your children that way. I feel like that'd be
I
really
think
cool.
they'd
wouldn't go
like it.
over
The
well.
problem is they'd like it.
Probably gonna be like,
They would get a hose and squirt you back when you came around the house.
that's like my mom when
They'd
we were
probably
kids.
like it.
She would use hot sauce sometimes, and my little
Hot
brother loved hot
sauce?
sauce, like on your tongue, instead of soap. And he'd be like,
Oh.
Come on.
he'd be like, oh, I gotta find something new.
Punish me.
I think we
Yeah.
did the hot sauce one time. Trice hates anything, any type of hot at all. Hates it. Freaks out.
Really?
It's hot. It's hot. I'm like, dude, it's mustard.
Mustard's not hot.
I'm telling you, he's soft.
I love
I
mustard.
love you, Dad.
Oh,
Love you,
So
Dad.
what
I
is
hate the
mustard? Like
mustard.
mayo?
he doesn't just chicken.
Just plain. Oh, I have seen him bite into a head of a raw broccly flour.
Yeah, he'd actually. I mean, they eat pretty good, but they can't have anything, any type of spice. Such a baby.
Spicy.
He's such a baby.
Oh gosh.
Do they all eat pretty much the same thing, or is there like
No,
way
pretty
different?
much. Pretty
Yeah.
much easy. They're pretty easy, honestly. They'll eat almost anything.
That's good.
Yeah, whatever's there, they'll eat. They don't eat a ton. They just, it's like they pick and choose. Like they'll eat a lot or they won't eat at all. So
Right.
it just depends on how busy they are.
Right. That's good stuff.
That's-
Hey,
we at, Ben?
We are at 40 minutes.
40.
That's it.
have you guys already talked?
flying.
Have you talked about the Open already? I know you love the Open.
I hate
Oh,
that.
Have
yeah.
you talked about it?
Ben
RP.
beat Luke.
I did.
His only one, his like private goal the whole time.
Wait, that was your private goal?
Well, I mean, yeah, I wanted to smash him, but I didn't. Only beat him by 5 spots.
Whoa, that's a slim margin. So you must have been. Which workout?
It was the
is-
weightlifting. So he was ahead of me by like 10 spots, and then the weightlifting came in, and like it just like slowly was decreasing. Like at one point it was
I texted him
15,
'cause
it was
I thought-
11, it was
I thought
9.
Luke had got him because Luke was 2 spots ahead of him.
Yeah, and I was like, "Don't worry, it's trending down. He's going down."
Trending down.
And now I'm
What-
5 spots ahead of him.
What did you end up?
Like 349, I think.
Wow, so and
Nice.
only 5 spots. That's kind of wild, actually.
That is kind of
That
cool.
is like
Two
that you're
dudes from the
that
same place or that
close.
close.
Yeah.
It actually is pretty crazy because there's 137,000 people, like men,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
world that signed up.
There's 137,000 men.
Yeah, but of course, there's
Different
probably 20,000 probably didn't even put a score in. But
Oh yeah, and
but
the age
still.
brackets and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like out of all those people, like we're just like right here.
Right there.
that is
Yeah.
crazy.
That is.
That's funny.
Do you think you're like similar athletes or no? You're pretty different,
No,
aren't you?
well,
yeah.
so we're really close on all the workouts. I mean, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
On the first one, but like if you break it down by seconds, like the first one he got me by 40 seconds, and the second one I got him by like 12 seconds or something, and then the third one, what was that one? That was the last workout.
thruster, yeah.
Yeah, I got him, or he beat me by 2 seconds. In the weightlifting, I beat him by 4 pounds.
oh,
Wow,
Yeah.
it's really close.
So it was just
That's-
like,
So if he would have hit that 300 though, probably got you.
yeah, yeah, he would have for sure.
Man,
nice.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
You're like
it was fun
freaky
to watch.
strong.
Yeah.
Like, for your size, and that's cool.
Yeah, you
That's awesome.
have good squat, like
Yeah.
You do
Well,
squats.
that
and
cold
workouts.
300 that one time, that was
Hey,
wild.
was
hey,
insane.
315.
Oh, it was 315?
Chill.
I
Chill.
legit remember that day, and I thought you were just deadlifting it cold, and I'm like, oh, Ben's so dumb, and then you cleaned it.
It's really dumb.
He's really So dumb.
That's the hack. You just don't have to warm up. You just do it.
Yeah, but you didn't hurt yourself, so you're fine.
It's crazy because
And you made money.
for everybody at home, don't try that.
No,
Yeah,
please don't.
don't ever do that.
But it is interesting when you're young like you are what you can get away with.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like, even now, because, like, I've been doing it now for 6 years. Like, now it's like I have to warm up now, you know? I mean, obviously I didn't warm for that.
Wait
but you
till
know
you
what
get
I
to
mean?
our
Like,
age,
yeah, if
then.
I don't warm up, like, I just noticed, like, in the middle of the workout, I'm like, man, like, my left lat's just not firing, you know? Or,
Yeah.
like,
Totally.
yeah, my back will be hurting for, like, 3 days if I don't, like, warm up good for a heavy deadlift or something.
Did anything hurt during that 315?
No.
It was just meant to be.
fine.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's pure
say
adrenaline.
because that's.
Yeah.
Did you get paid for that?
No, never got paid. Dre bought me one Chipotle meal.
I thought you were supposed to
I
buy
thought
like
it was
50.
You're gonna get paid. I forgot.
I told you, I don't want your money. I do
No.
want Dre's money, though.
No. I told you I would pay you. I'm gonna pay you.
Dre's like the only guy I've ever met though that'll actually like pay up on his bets. Like one time he bet me $100 I couldn't snatch 225 for 5, and I did it, and he gave me $100.
Wow.
I know, like that's just stuff I like, always say, but I never do. You know, I'm like, yeah, I'll give you $200 if you do that. It's like, you do it. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay you.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
So
Don't
if you
bet
ever
to
put a
bet.
bet
Once we
out,
shake
say
on
no.
it, no fingers crossies, but that never happens. So
No
to me,
fingers
like a
crossed.
bet's not done till you shake. You know.
That's
I
fair.
feel like you should just little mayhem mindset here. Just always take the money.
Always.
Who cares if it's Rich's money, Dre's money? It'll spend the same. Just take it.
It'll spend the same.
But granted, I probably owe Rich a lot of money, if we're being honest. London, you bought me a lot of coffee. Bought me shawarma.
Shawarma.
Oh,
Shawarma.
yeah. Ooh.
You also bought me.
We went to that shawarma place.
You bought me Chipotle one time.
One
See,
time.
He's keeping a
remember any of
record.
this
Wow,
stuff.
you're keeping a nice tally here.
You bought me
Oh, that's good.
something
It's
else.
good to be grateful.
Yeah.
Take
At the
his money.
games, I'm pretty sure you bought me my that bowl, that rice bowl.
Oh.
I'll give you your money.
It's just like, okay, jeez.
I mean, to me, like I'm just evening it out, you know.
No. I told you. Hey, here's the deal. I told you I'd give you the money, so I'm gonna give you the money.
Oh, not to mention the 10-pound bag of coffee I went through when I was screen printing every day. There was a big
when he was
bag back there.
screen printing every day?
Back in his
With a
I
mask
told-
that wasn't proper.
I told Rich, I was like, he was like, dude, just go back there and make you some coffee. I was like, man, I don't think you want me to do that. I drink a lot of coffee. And then I drink a whole bag of
bag.
coffee, and he's like, where'd all the coffee go? And then he bought the big bags. And I was like, dude, I told you. Like, if it's there, I'm going to take it
Might as
all
well.
day.
Might as
Doesn't
well.
your stomach hurt if you drink that much coffee?
No.
You're just built for it.
Yeah.
How much
He's also
caffeine you
20.
have?
What are you? 24.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ugh.
gosh.
I think it's because I used to drink way too much coffee from Dunkin'. I get like the 40-ounce cold brew with the double shot or whatever. Yeah, I know. And then I go back at 2 and get the $2 medium iced latte. And then I know, and then I go back and get a large Americano at around 5 or 6 before I worked out. I know it
Oh
was
my
bad.
gosh, does your body even process caffeine?
That is kind of frightening.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I still get the caffeine poop and like the sweat.
Wait, hold up. In a 40-ounce cold brew with the double shot,
I think
how
it's
many
32
milligrams
ounces.
is
It's
that?
probably 32, but it's around that.
I don't care.
It was like 600 milligrams, maybe. I don't know.
600?
I looked it up. Yeah.
Wow.
It's called
You're
energy
fine.
brew, you know.
You're fine. It's just
I would be
caffeine.
off the
Your
wall.
body
I
pisses
think
that
I
right
would-
out or poops it
But
right out.
also, I would like sometimes I wouldn't finish that before my latte, so I would put it in the fridge and like maybe finish it the next day or something. So like, it wasn't every day I was getting that, but it was pretty close.
That's impressive that you can just drink that and not be like shaking.
He's
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, but one time I actually did. I just finished one of those, and I went to the doctor for something, like a
Blood
checkup or
pressure's
something.
through the roof or something.
Well, she was like, "All right, I'm gonna take your blood pressure." I was like, "Oh God!" I was like, "It's probably gonna be really bad." I was like, "My resting heart is probably like 100." She's like, "Well, it's fine. We'll just see." And she takes it, 44. I was like, "I have no idea how it's 44, and I just drank my body weight in coffee."
That is wild.
And she was
You're
like,
immune.
"Well, you might have something like that, low heart rate thing." And I was like, "No, it's always 44. Like, it's fine."
No more tests. I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Why did you stop wearing your Whoop?
My 6-month thing ran out, and I just didn't renew it. Yeah.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if it was a charger thing or.
Actually, it wasn't. I had lost a charger. I think Rich let me borrow the charger, and then I just was like, "Well, I'm not gonna borrow his charger every time." The charger was like $60. I was like,
There's a
"Ah."
charger at the barn.
I
Yeah.
used it the other
You should
day.
just tell Roy to get.
Well, apparently Roy's supposed to be like, get me on that free ride, but here we are.
No whoop.
Free ride.
I just was curious what your resting heart rate was, like if you looked at it regularly.
Yeah, I mean, it was about that on there. It's probably
Mine's
45.
like 54,
Somewhere
I
in
think.
I don't know what the deal is with mine because when I was a distance runner, I had a really low resting heart rate, but mine's like way higher than it used to be. And don't you dare just no. Nope.
What is it?
I'm getting old.
No, I'm not. Let me see.
Hey, I have a funny try story I meant to share
Okay.
a minute ago, but you guys kept going. I didn't want to stop it. This last weekend, I was pushing him on the swing, and he was like, what do you say? He's like, Ben, you're my best friend. I was like, yeah. He said, Ben, I'm a boy. I was like, yes, you're a boy. I was like, yeah. He said, we're boys. I was like, yeah, we're boys. He said, I love you, Ben. Jumps off, gives me a hug. I was like, love you too, buddy. He said, give me a kiss. I was like, no, I can't give you a kiss.
You said no?
He's like,
don't
give
kiss
me a
him.
kiss on the lips. I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to do that, buddy. Like, pat him on the head. And he said,
Do that.
he said, I'm going to give you all my toys. And Violet goes, that's so nice. I was like, that was really nice, wasn't it?
That's so
Imagine
nice.
If Rich looks out the window and sees you kissing him on the mouth.
You're fired.
Don't come around here anymore.
Sorry, Ben.
Oh, God.
And then he pulled his pants down. And I told Rich
This
about
is what
it.
I'm saying.
And then he pulled his pants down in front of Rich. And then I look outside and he's jumping on a trampoline butt naked with Luke. And I was like, wow.
Oh,
love
okay.
Trice, man.
He's awesome.
Just unfiltered.
Yeah.
Unfiltered.
Dad, I gotta go pee. Go in the woods. All right.
Oh, yeah. He said to me, too, on trampoline, he said, hey,
Ben?
Ben, you got to pee? I said, no. He said, go pee in the woods. I was like, I don't want to go pee in the woods, Trice. He said, go pee in the woods. I don't need to pee right now. It's like, thank you, though.
A little psycho.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's Trice.
Wow. That's
He's a big kisser. Give me a kiss. No, Trice.
Oh, man.
I love you, boy.
It was really funny.
I guess next you got to clarify some of that for him.
Yeah.
And then after my
Do that with
haircut,
family, not with Ben.
I had two people tell me I look like Trice. My wife told me that, and Angela told me
Look
that.
like Trice.
really?
Yeah, with my haircut. I was like, I don't see it, but
Oh,
Old Trice, man.
that's hilarious.
Yep. Then you got Violet. Sweet Violet.
She's
So
so sweet.
He's the best.
She's hilarious.
Maybe whiter.
Oh.
No, right now.
she'd want me to push her on the swing, so I'd push her, and then like she would just randomly jump out. And I was like, wow, that's cool. And then like I'd sit down to swing, start swinging. She goes, no, push me. I was like, okay, I'll push you. And I start pushing her, and she jump out right again. And I was like, okay, I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Kids.
They're really sweet.
Crazy.
I'm definitely overprotective because she asked me to push her and I was like running with the swing back and forth. I'm like, I'm worried. What if she just lets go?
You need to watch the new Mighty Ducks show. You're the mom on there. For sure.
Gosh. And then I saw Haley pushing her on the swing and I was like, she's not even following her along. It must be fine.
It must be
It must be fine.
Deja.
You do have to make sure you push the swing or the chains because there's a time, push her on the back and she slid right out.
Oh, that's my fear.
Oh, like on a big. I was thinking like a little kid swing, like the.
No, you guys have like kind of full swings on your swing set. It's like you could sit in it.
No, we don't. We just have regular little plastic swing thing.
No, that's what I mean. But like you
No.
could fit in it and swing on it.
An adult.
Oh, yeah.
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 I swing in it all the time.
Have you ever broken a swing?
No.
Oh, talk about traumatic stories. Never? Did you have like a playground at your school when you were little?
Joe Dirt style.
I don't remember
Joe
swinging a
Dierte?
bunch, honestly.
Well, I remember when you go high enough that it kind of pops when you get high.
Yep.
Kind of goes kunk.
Such a rebel,
Remember that?
Jim.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay, sorry, just sent me this. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were playing like a movie clip.
It's a April Fool's joke.
Oh, is that tomorrow?
Are we in April now?
Yep.
Almost
Oh,
tomorrow.
smokes.
Can you believe it?
No.
I can't either.
That's
Oh, wow.
weird.
My life is flashing
crazy.
before my eyes.
Truly. They
a long
say it
year.
speeds up as you get older.
It does.
Well, you think about it, it's all relative.
Yeah.
So you've experienced more years, so definitely the years get shorter. It's really depressing, actually.
Hey, I've never even thought of it like that.
Yeah,
Think
so like
about how I
when
feel.
you're a kid, so like Trice, he's only experienced 3, almost 4 years. So a year is a long time. It's a fourth of his life. But for me, a year's a 33rd of my life. So it's way faster. For you,
That's what
it's
I'm
a
saying.
70th of your life.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's
Yeah.
wild.
I'm on the back nine.
I always thought
You
it
say
was
it's
just because
70?
of novelty and routine. I always heard that it goes by faster because you do the same thing.
No.
Yeah.
No, it goes by faster because the time is now.
Also, but to
It's
kids,
shortened.
everything is novel because, to your point, everything is new.
No, it's all relative because it's depending on how long you've been alive. So that's your experience.
Right, but if you don't have a lot
I'm
of
just telling you.
experience,
You just proved my
No.
point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But everything is novel if you don't have a lot of experience.
You're wrong.
You definitely have a lot of experience based on years. I'm not sure what you're saying.
If you,
You're talking about
if nothing
experiences?
seems, if you have a lot of experience, not many things seem new to
It's
you.
directly
If you-
correlated to how long you've been alive.
That's
It-
it. I'm telling you. Yes,
I'm not arguing this with you. You're wrong.
I'm 100% telling you you're wrong because I'm 52 and you're 42. So I obviously I have 10 more years life experience than you
Okay.
do, and it is just because you're old. That's it.
Okay.
Like death looms. That's it.
It's right here. It's right here.
I better hope I don't get in a car crash
Oh
today.
my god!
That's
Don't
it.
say that. Okay, well, speaking of being old, I've been having this foot thing going on. I know I told you guys right before the podcast, but I finally got to see Dr. Gannon, who's like a miracle worker. And it turns out I totally dislocated my big toe. And so it was like, I don't know if you can even dislocate your big toe. It's just
You
been
can
hanging
dislocate
out.
Do you
anything,
think you did
Like
it in that one
subplots.
workout with
How'd you do
the
that?
sled and the?
I don't know. but he put it back in. I fell and put it back in and it felt so much
That's
better.
wild.
I don't think it's fully healed, but
I'm back.
but how crazy is that? Who does that? Me.
That'll be awesome if that does
wild.
take away all the pain, though.
Probably getting too much sleep.
That's true.
Yeah, you slept too long.
You guys are just jealous of my sleep, but
I am
Yeah,
actually.
for sure.
it's fine.
I'm more envious of your timeliness. You started off before we got on about should you be anxious about being on time, but I really like that you're on time.
Oh, no, just being, I like to be on time. But we
I
talk.
want to know who said that sleep gets easier as your kids get easier, because that's a lie for me.
Why?
Because Rowan doesn't, she sleeps horribly. She like goes to bed at midnight. She wakes up like 20 times throughout the night.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is she? 2?
21 months. Should be 2.
How long are you going to keep
She's
going with the
almost-
months?
After 2, you stop going by months.
Oh, okay. I don't know
think.
the rules.
Oh.
I just always go by
She'll be
almost
2 in June.
2. There you go.
And then she'll be 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I've
That's
been calling
crazy.
Lakeland almost 7 since like October.
So yesterday,
She won't be 7 till July. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, wow, she's really not even that close to 7. Now she is.
It's
but-
just what's next.
yeah.
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 oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yesterday
Pause.
she got up at 3:30 and just decided that's when we were going to get up. So
Yeah, Trice.
3:30.
Trice
Got up at
went
3:30
through-
yesterday.
Trice did
Yeah.
some of that. Trice was probably our easiest baby, and then became our hardest sleeper for a little while, and then now he's back to whatever.
I think you just get a pistol grip bottle and spray him in the face. Just go back to bed. No? No, that's not right?
Oh, I really think you should
I
start
don't think
walking
that
around
would
with
work
spray
in our
bottle.
case.
Oh, okay. No, I'll probably go to prison for that. Somebody will take that out of context. You what? You shot your kid in the face? With water. It sounds a lot different depending on...
Yes, that is true.
I was coaching a person the other day. We were talking about this being on time thing. And he's my age, and he's an accomplished person. And he looked at me with the straightest face. We're talking about being on time, and he said, and I know who this person is, and he said, I have never been late for anything in my whole entire life. I'm like, and this is a really disciplined, accomplished person. And I'm like, are you serious? He's like, are you kidding me? You're late for stuff? And I was just like, he's like, I'm not late for anything. I'm there early. I've been early my whole life wherever I go. I'm never going to be late for anything. I have taught my children.
Wow.
We're not late. We're not late around our house. And I was just like, wow, I have never heard somebody that intense about being on time.
I'm not
you're-
like that. I'm not intense.
No, but he was just like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Like, it's a rule. Like, you might as well die if you're not on
Oh,
time.
wow.
That's how
No.
it came out of his mouth. And I was like, wow, that's intense. It's
That
pretty
is
amazing.
Die.
But you're pretty intense. Like you'll.
You just feel bad if you're late.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
you care
more
about other
care
people's
about
time.
valuing people's time being there when I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be there. But
Right. Which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
It's great.
graceful. It's very good.
Until you have 3 kids, and it's hard.
Oh, no, totally.
Just kidding.
No. I have no idea
It's
what
harder.
that's like.
That would.
Harder.
I think if you're going to be 5 minutes late, though, you might as well be like, take your time. You know what I mean?
I don't know, Ben.
Unless someone's waiting on you, like school. I remember like being stressed out because I was gonna be 3 minutes late, and I was like, wait a minute, like I'm gonna take my time and enjoy my breakfast, like maybe even go back to sleep a little bit. Because if you're 5 minutes late, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get in the same amount of trouble as if
Oh,
you're
that's
30
your thought
minutes late.
process. I wasn't
See?
sure if you.
No,
'cause-
that's not really
Okay.
good.
It was fine for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time to start to talk about that.
Yeah.
It would
flesh
be
that out.
amazing. Like, I have said this to you, like, you have so much raw freaking talent.
Thanks, Jim.
Like, no joke. I have thought many times when it comes
write
to
that
you,
down.
like, I would have liked to have seen you go through SEAL training. Because, like, you're,
SEAL training?
yeah, because you're physically capable of all that.
Yeah.
But with that kind of discipline, with that kind of self-discipline, holy smokes. Like, that kind of discipline in your life, who you could be, holy crap. Because you're just so capable of everything that you do. With a little more discipline.
I think I would have liked it. I think I'm kind of lazy a little bit, like with the being late thing, waking up early thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have the right demeanor, too, because you're easygoing and you're not all excited and all upset and all intense. You're the right person for handling that kind of adversity.
Yeah.
Just I would have been curious to see, like at 19 years old, what you would have done with that.
There's still a chance.
Go be a Navy SEAL.
We'll do
think-
a weekend here.
I think you
People are
can.
start calling me now.
I think you can go until you're what, 28? I think.
Yeah, what's the age cutoff?
I
28?
think something like that.
I
yeah.
say for some content.
You
we
shouldn't
just
do it now that
yeah.
you have a daughter.
No,
No,
yeah.
no way. No, it's not.
We film our own SEAL training here.
Yeah, I'll put you through it.
There we go.
Let's put,
We'll
Heck
call
yeah.
Josh.
yes,
Yeah.
call Josh
Oh
and
my
then put
gosh.
him through SEAL training here. Mayhem SEAL training.
Let's do it.
It'll be a
I
great
can hold my
video.
breath for 3 minutes.
What?
Take pride in that. Yeah.
You can?
So what?
I can.
That's
yeah.
impressive.
That's
We're
crazy.
going to get one episode out of that.
I think
right?
that'd be great.
Oh,
But
yeah.
imagine if you had people do it with you as competitors, so you're trying to make someone break. Like someone quit first. Who quits
Oh yeah,
first?
I'd win that.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
About what?
We got to get other people involved so then it's like who can last the longest.
Holding their breath?
No, not just holding their
I
breath.
was like,
just
somebody will
Shut
die.
just
Really?
like doing the training.
I think
Yeah.
actually the best way to motivate him is let's just bet on it.
Ooh,
let's just
that is true.
Put some
start
money
making
on it.
bets. Put some money on it.
Man, I used to do anything for a
Odds.
free T-shirt.
How about a TV? What will you do for a TV?
Okay.
Dude, yeah, sure.
Some of Rich's money.
We need
What?
a TV.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've done for a free T-shirt?
Man, there's so many. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what's one?
Well, Darren used to always just be like, "Hey, I bet you can't do this workout sub 25 or something for
Yeah.
free T-shirts." Like I would do it, you know. Or like
gotcha.
the mile sandbag carry or the mile sled push.
Ooh,
Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really know anything else.
a mile pushing a sled. That's a long way.
It's not really though.
Interesting.
You know, it's like
Alright.
a 20-minute workout.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be close to an hour.
Yeah, it's actually right at an hour.
Perfect.
Wow.
Anything else? Ben? Any Ben Spearsies?
No, but I got a full tank gas the other day. It was $30. I
Oh
was
my
pissed
gosh. Yeah.
because it's been $22.
Gas prices. Here we go.
Okay, I thought I spent a little bit more, but I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, and you're
Same
going
happened
to
me.
for the next
Freaked out
5
the other day. I
years.
was like, what are we doing?
I didn't
What's
freak out. I was just
Thanks
like,
a lot,
this is weird.
Obama.
I was
Right?
like,
Yeah. Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
No, it's
Yeah.
Bernie.
Bernie Sanders?
So gas prices went up? On
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you
We
say
got a
on
new
purpose?
president. Gas prices
I
are
did,
going
but
up.
I tried to cover it up and act like I didn't say it.
I saw your mouth. It's a joke. Lighten up, people. All right, peace.